go, man.
Sangye Shingdu Nikte Uargi Joku Namdak Shingla Chuparsho Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamniyatayami Chadam Toki Chonamla Chamchu Bardu Dagni Kapsuchi Dagi Chunyen Gibe Sanam Gi Jola Benchir Sangye Drubar Sho Chidam Soki Chonam La Chanchu Bardu Dagni Gyapsuchi Dagi Chunyen Gibe Sanam Gi Jola Benchir Sangye Drubar Sho Chidam Soki Chonam La Chamchu Bardu Dagni Kapsuchi Dagi Chunyen Gibe Sunam Ki Dola Penchir Sangye Drupar Sho Shmogidoki. All right then. To understand the next argument, you gotta understand this verse from the Abhidharma Kosha. It's one of the first verses. I think it's the third verse or something like that, okay? Chönam ratu namji mepa nyomong nam kanchunye o shiwa chawe tamela nyomo pekyan jitensi so dear kyam de dewe chir di ni dewe de chir di ni tumbe sung so lo. Okay? Very, very famous. It's why did the Buddha teach Abhidharma? Okay? And we're going to translate this verse first, just in our heads, so we can go on, okay? Yeah, here it means things. Yeah, things, okay? Chunam, plural. Raptu number chepa, number njepa. We rarely see chepa with a, nice. Yeah, to distinguish or to divide, okay? This is pure, this is impure. Okay, so Raptu number chepa means to make high distinctions. You know, this is Dharma, this is not Dharma. This is wisdom, this is not wisdom. To make these high distinctions, okay? If you can't do that, me patter adverbally, you know, when you can't do that, make these high distinctions. Nyomong shiwe tab me, okay? Nyomong shiwe tab me. There's no
path or method.
There's no way you can shua.
Quiet or
put to rest your negative emotions. Okay, not possible. If you can't divide, this is Dharma, this is not Dharma, this is wisdom, this is not wisdom, this is first husband, this is second husband. Seriously, if you can't make those distinctions, there's no way you can stop your negative emotions. You will always get angry when you go home. Okay, you can go to counselors for the rest of your life. It doesn't matter. Okay, and because of that, okay, Kangchir, for that reason, then that Sanskrit translation is messy in Tibetan. Kangchir, okay, because there's no way to stop your anger about your husband, if you can't divide between the husband who's there and the husband who's not there, then you're gonna wander around.
Oh, like cham cham?
Similar, maybe. Kyam means wander, aimlessly, like you know, like the way cows wander around the desert or something. They just wander. Okay. Who? Jigten Sitso there, here in the ocean of pain of the world, okay, people wander because of their negative emotions, okay? You can't stop them if you can't distinguish between the first husband and the second husband. And as long as you have them,
you will wander through the 5 realms of samsara. You will never stop. You will just keep wandering. And that's why they wait for that reason. And he kind of emphasized, for that reason, and because of that, this was taught by the teacher. This was spoken by the teacher. This means Abhidharma. The Abhidharma was taught by the teacher so people could learn to make fine distinctions. And if they can't make distinctions, they're going to have mental afflictions. If they have mental afflictions, they're going to keep wandering. Okay. So low. So this low. Anybody?
So they say?
Yeah, this is the disapproval low in the Abhidharma. He puts low. Who's disapproving?
Master Vasubandhu?
Yeah, Vasubandhu. Why is he disapproving?
Because he didn't really believe the school, he just reported.
Nice. He's just reporting the Abhidharma school because otherwise he would have had to cut out his tongue. Okay. So this low means so they say. So they say. In English we say so they say. It means I don't agree, They say that's my salary. So they say, like that, okay? Like I don't really agree, but that's what they say, okay? All right? And I struggled with the Sanskrit and I gave up. I wrote art. I'll let you know what he says. I think it's misspelled. Okay, so he didn't get back to me, so I think he's confused too. All right. Now, let's blow this up a bit. This is where we are in Mr. Stanley's text. By the way, we were 2 terms, the translations are being edited 2 terms behind. So I do term 2 during term 4. You see what I mean? For the editing, because it takes so long. It took me 7 hours for 3 pages or something. It's hard to fix stuff. So for his text, we're only up to 3, I think. We're not up to term 4. I didn't finish term 4. And a lot of texts I finished to term 5. I pushed hard, and I did 2 terms in 1 term. So some of your texts are caught up for 4. I think Nick and Ben and Word. And Adam. So most of them I finished. I did 2 terms work in 1 term, but I couldn't catch everybody up. Okay, so half of you are caught up to today, and some of you are caught up to last term. Okay, he's one of the ones who's not caught up. I saved the easy ones for later. I did the hard ones. His text, and his text. And his text. I did all the hard ones. Utpala's is beyond hard. So I left that for dessert. Okay, please read, Mr. Chen.
Kachit no shepa ma rambe sik mayin tatel
Good.
de she be gen yin be.
Not much better. Much better. You should get sick more often. So somebody Kachik comes and says, that low.
That claim.
That low. That last syllable. Here we go.
Right.
This low right here. And this is the first place it occurs. It occurs many times later. Okay. But that low that they say, okay. Oops. Where are you? Yeah. That low is not mayin. Mayin bata? No, it's not this rung is not the rung without the S. So this is rare. With the S is rare. Marang means you don't agree. You're not happy with it. It's like yirang, to rejoice. Yeah, that's spelled with an S, you see. So this rang means, marang means disapproval. Okay? So the other guy, our opponent, says that low, so they say, is not a disapproval word. It's not. Marang bitsik mayin. Why? It's just again Gen means an ornament.
Something added to.
It's like an ornament. Yeah, it's just to make it sound nice. Okay, shape again. It's just a gen. It's just an ornament. It's just a grammatical ornament. You don't have to take it as saying I don't agree. Okay, they were like, why? We right here we said what?
Cheer.
Yeah. Well, no, it's cheer. It ended in cheer. No, I'm sorry. What did we see after this? Tell. We did say chichir. Yeah. And then we said tagmadru.
Right.
It's not an ornament. Nobody ever said it was an ornament. Everybody knows it's a word of disapproval. Okay. Then he says, well, lo cha ser sum shape again. Because there's 3 different kinds of ornaments of this kind. Lo, chak, and ser. Okay, there's 3 different. Well, this chak means it's the same as drakpe.
Sema?
Yeah, drakpe tsema. Drakpe jepa. Convention. So this means, so when you say lo at the end of a sentence, it means they say. Chak means everybody says. Ser means people claim. So the words say, everybody says, and claim, these are just ornaments. They're not meant to say I don't agree with what the guy says. It's just reporting something. They're just ornaments. They're not expressing disapproval. Okay? And by the way, it's not a small point. Does Vasubandhu agree with his greatest work or not? No. Okay? What a sad... It's like being a singer and your worst favorite song gets famous. You know? Then everybody's like, can you play that one? And you're like, nah. Okay? Get you, Mitchell. Then that's how they are again. They are an ornament. Why? Lopen Rangi Lama, the teacher of Vasubandhu, which is Kache Dunsang, Data She. He said they were ornaments. Vasubandhu's teacher said they were ornaments. Duh! Okay? And all we can do is say, Markel. Yeah, he said that, but it doesn't prove it. Okay? It's interesting that our author would put himself in a corner like that. It means he's really open-minded. He said, yeah, it's okay. He did say that, but he didn't mean it. Okay, it's not what he meant. Okay, so now there's a problem here. Kache is okay. Kache, you should know, it looks like big mouth, but it's not. Kache is Kashmiri. And I was thinking about it, it might be a sound translation, like in Chinese, you know, like Kashmiri. So Kache, it refers to the area of northwest India, Punjab, Kashmir, okay, which right now is, you know, there's long 40-year fight about it. 70-year fight about it, 80-year fight about it, because half of it is claimed by Pakistan. And there's been many civil wars there and stuff like that. It's also the most productive part of India. The Sikhs are the most productive people in India, and a big part of the food in India is grown in Kashmir.
Saffron.
So anyway, and people, by the way, this is already misspelled. It's misspelled before it was misspelled. Okay, so Tibetans call him Dunsang. And Dun means, what's it mean, Mr. Dictionary? Dumba.
Forward, front.
We have it in the last verse of the Three Principal Paths. Dumba Topshik Bu.
Therefore, go out and reach your ultimate goal.
Yeah, your desires, your wishes, your intentions. Who did, you did the mental functions.
Yes.
He also tried.
Oh yeah.
He did a good job. He did the mind-only mental function. You got to do the 46. You should look at his appendix. He did a good job on it.
Yay. It's color coded.
So you can basically steal his appendix, but you have to change 5 of them. Okay, and the category names are different in the Abhidharma. So anyway,
And Dumpa's aspiration, right?
yeah, aspiration. Tengi duma dupshik nyordu dupshik pu. Tengi say tengi. Tengi duma nyordu dupshik pu. Go and achieve your highest wishes, your highest hopes. Final advice of Tsongkhapa. Final line of the 3 Principal Paths. Okay. So anyway, it's misspelled. It's always been misspelled. It's Dusang. Okay, here. This is misspelled. All Tibetans call him Dunsang. Okay, and it gave me, I lost a few more hairs. Okay, it's not, I wish I would lose them from here instead of from here. Anyway, Dusang, okay? And Art helped me with this, I have to admit. So it's Sangha Bhadra, his name is Sangha Bhadra. So it's Sangha, meaning dew, meaning the assembly. Okay, so his real name is Sangha Bhadra. If you look up Dunsang, you won't find anything. This say is just miscarved, so you got a double whammy. Okay, so he's like the granddaddy of all Abhidharma teachers. He's Vasubandhu's Abhidharma teacher. Okay, and he said those lows are. I went and found it, okay? And here's the same verse from him, okay? From Dusang, all right?
Wow.
Sangha Bhadra. And he says, so to the Kyante, Dechir Dini Tumbe Sumshe Tak. He changes the last syllable. He doesn't say lo.
Yeah.
He says tak. You know, everybody knows. You know,
Master Vasubandhu's teacher wrote a commentary on Master Vasubandhu.
that's the weird thing. Like, it makes me uncomfortable. Yeah, maybe that verse came from earlier than Vasubandhu, and maybe Vasubandhu borrowed it for his kosha. Okay, possibly. I'm guessing because I don't think Dusang would waste his time on his students' verses. Okay, so Kampe Dini Chini Tumbe Sumshe Dat. Everybody knows. It doesn't say I disagree. It doesn't say lo. Okay, so the guy's right. We couldn't have said. We could not have said
Low.
Tagmadu. We had to say
Kappa
Kapamacho. I agree he said that. It didn't really mean it. Okay, got it? That's a cute little argument. All right. So, you know, and it's not a small question because it's repeated over and over in the Abhidharma Kosha. There's lo, 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 lo. Sometimes they say no, to. Okay. And I'm struggling with the Sanskrit, and we didn't have the Abhidharma Kosha as a separate book in that we had the Bhashya, we had the auto commentaries. So I gave up. I had like 10 minutes. It was either eat breakfast or breakfast 1.
Good choice.
By the way, I was curious about Sangha Bhadra. So I went looking for him, and I found him in Guya Samaja commentary.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it says, and it misspells his name as usual, okay?
Gendon some.
Yeah, they miscall him Gendon Sambo. Or maybe Sangha. It could be Sangha. Oh, so they took, okay, so they took Sangha and made it Gendon and they cut off the gay.
I was going to ask that.
That's not, so that makes some sense.
Yeah, Sangha is
Not so bad. Not so bad. It's not correct, but it's not so bad. Okay. Why? But give me the classical reason why Vaibhashika school is called Vaibhashika school.
Because they liked the book.
Yeah, they like the book called Vaibhashya, Detailed explanation. So there was an old Abhidharma book called Detailed Explanation, and they like this book, so they're called detailists. How does that relate to the next school?
Because they reject the detailists. They reject
Good.
and they go
Yeah.
to the original source.
Partly, in a general sense, you can say the second school, which is Adam's school, is called sutras because they like sutras. But if you're going to be more precise, they say the sutras are the word of the Buddha, but the Abhidharma is not. Okay? So, but this tantric writer from the Tingir, Jnanapada system, and by the way, Jigme has cataloged the Tantra in the Tingir according to an ancient rare text. So it looks like the Tantra in the Tingir is random. And there's an ancient text which gives the key to it. And so we went back and we redesigned the Tingir based on that key. We're not quite done. But she's been working on it, and Christina Kasaka. So we worked on it. So this category, this path, is a result of that new research. So Anuttara Yoga, and inside of Anuttara Yoga is Guhya Samaja. Inside of Guhya Samaja is the system of Jnanapada. Inside of Jnanapada, commentaries on sadhanas. And that's all the result of an ancient book we found that explains why the Tingir, half of the Buddhist teachings that we have are Tantra. Half. It's a big subject, and there's no order. It's all it just says Tantra, but there's a secret order to it, and she cracked it.
Sadhya is sadhana.
Yeah, here. Sadhya. Sadhanasya. Yeah, okay. Anyway, he gives a different reason why people... Yeah, the non-Buddhists in Kashmir are called Chetakpas.
Tailors.
What's the Sanskrit? Vaisheshika. Okay, in his book. They're called Chetakpa, not Chetakmawa. And now he gives a derogatory interpretation of Vaibhashika. Tell me.
They're not
Dharmawa.
Buddhists. Oh. They say stuff like those guys.
Dharmawa.
They say stuff like those
Yeah, they talk like those Chirapas.
Yeah.
So we call them Chirapmawa. It's a big insult.
Yeah.
They talk like those non-Buddhists. Kaches. Sorry, Mutekpas in Kashmir. These dudes talk like those non-Buddhists from Kashmir. So we call them talk like them. Okay? And then he gives the leader, Dusang. Okay? Like him. Okay? Like Vasubandhu's teacher. So this tantric teacher is criticizing Dusang. So, anyway. But he's calling him the head Vaibhashika. The boss of the Vaibhashika. Yeah, he's a tantrika. And Tantra was big in Kashmir. We've input many Kashmiri Tantras. It was big in those days. And that's a long story. The Silk Road went through there. Long story. A lot of China's commerce went through there. Silk came through there. And the secret of making silk, which you have to unravel a single thread from the cocoon, it was kept for thousands of years. And then finally someone stole it. All right, go. Okay, so we resolved it. You're right. That Vasubandhu's teacher did say it was just saying Buddha is known to have said, taught. But it still means not a proof. Run with go.
Kachik Nopungi
Ki, make the instrumentals longer. Ki.
Ki Tetun Ki Situn Ten Chetu Me Shepatel
Mematao. Mematao.
Shebatam.
Shebatam. De dungi gomba. Ten chet
Tamche.
tachet. Du me.
Chulme.
Chu
Chulme.
me.
Chulme.
Tu me. Du chel we.
Del. Because there's an apostrophe. Del way.
Namakya.
China. Makyap. Again, we have to retreat to Makyap. Makyap means I agree with your reason, but it doesn't prove what you're trying to prove. I agree with your reason, but it doesn't prove what you're trying to prove. Okay. What's he trying to prove is the first part. De dun. What's de dun? Number de dun.
7 collections.
Nice, nice. The 7 books of Abhidharma. The 7 ancient books of Abhidharma. Okay. Who's the Lopan here?
Master Vasubandhu.
Good. Wow. Yeah, Acharya Vasubandhu. Shepas,
He knows. But
he asserts, his position is, you can translate Shepa as his position is, he takes the position, what? By the way, if you, it's A, Z-H-A-D, it's
he
a
explains.
totally rare word for the opening of a flower.
Oh, yeah,
And Jamyang Shepa. This Shepa means to explain. This is Shepa. Okay? His position is that all the tzigduns, all the words and meanings of the 7 books are true me. Unerring. Unerring.
Oh yeah.
Not wrong.
Oh, not wrong.
Okay? Trul can mean to emanate with a SP.
Right.
But here it's trul meaning to make a boo-boo. Okay? So, according to Vasubandhu, the 7 books on Abhidharma are unerring. They are correct. Okay? That's his position. Shebatao. Tibetan answer. Our Tibetan answer.
Oh. Yeah.
No,
Kyamamaju.
Damaru.
At the tell, to the tell.
Oh,
Teacher, teacher, what the? What do you mean? Are you crazy? Why you say that, teacher? Why you say that?
Yeah.
We need Adam. Teacher, he's got teachers everywhere. Teacher.
That's true.
I mean, his book does. They dungi gomba. Gomba rapsal.
All of the meaning, all of the true
The
thoughts.
true intent of those books, the ultimate intent of those books. Gomba tamjay to me, to Del. He comments on them.
Unerringly.
He comments on the meaning of those books as if they were unerring.
Yeah.
Makyap.
It's not the case. Or just because he comments on them that way doesn't mean that doesn't mean that he really thinks they're unerring.
Good. Say it again.
Just because he comments on them as if they were unerring doesn't mean he really thinks they were unerring.
Nice, nice. Okay? Just because he seems sympathetic, simpatico, doesn't mean he is sympathetic. He's just trying to be polite. Like, they say, Okay? Nice. Okay? All right, nice.
He was just doing his job.
Right.
By the way, anyone who ever wrote a commentary on anything less than the middle way prasangika was doing the same thing. They were prostituting themselves for the Dharma. Really. They're like, I don't believe this, but here's what they say. Okay? Dinner, if you do agree, if I were to agree, if someone were to agree that he did believe those books were unerring, okay, when he commented on them as if they were unerring, okay, I'd say mita'atao. No, he wasn't. No, it doesn't mean he agreed to them. He didn't agree they're unerring. Why? Then he gives an example of a dumb idea from the 7 books. Okay, so Stanley, let's go. Dedun,
Dedungi
low tone, shung.
sunla sunla le
Okay.
du ma che
Ze,
ze sun
troop.
tu tu tun
Now you're thinking. When you got to class, you weren't thinking. So you were just channeling. Ze troop the tumbe,
tempe
de,
de
ze
ze
troop,
tu
tu,
뚝 높은 미시베
Okay, good.
Did you memorize the first few?
Now this part's tricky. Someone enlighten us.
Duma J aren't those like
No, these two laws.
Oh, Lale, the ones from, no?
from the
Karma
main
too.
points of the 7 books?
I'll enlighten you. It's the instrumental on Lala.
Oh, Lala.
Oh.
So Lala means some.
Means what?
Gashik, some. Lala is a synonym for Gashik, which means some of them. Okay, Lala. Okay, so terrible, terribly confusing. Lale can also mean from the mountain pass. Okay, it can also mean to the karma. You see what I mean? So very confusing. Okay, some of the citations, shun, right? Some of the scriptures, shun,
Of the 7 books,
they say that there could be a dumache which was a ze.
which was substantial.
Good.
A Duma J being an uncomposed thing.
Yeah, or an uncaused thing.
Uncomposed thing.
How many uncaused thing? Dumache nam sumyangte namka dangmi gopao.
3.
Abhidharma kosha. Yeah. 3. Space and the 2 sensations. Okay? So can they exist substantially? The first problem is they are absences.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Is there a purple elephant in this room? No. Is that a stuff? No, it's just something's not there. It's not stuff.
Yeah.
Got it? Okay, it could never be. A dumache, an unchanging thing, could never be substantial. Can't be stuff. Okay, got it? It's a bad idea. Who has that idea?
The Abhidharmist.
Huh? Lala.
Some.
Some of the 7 books. He doesn't blame all of them. He says some of them. Now, which ones? Good luck. Drupta Tumbe, they teach that Ze Sudrupa exists as substantial. Ze Sudrupa exists as Zidup. Okay. What's Tudrup Sugang? Tudrup. Definition of dependent origination. Tudrup. 2 words. Tudrup. Definition of Pratitya Samutpada. Tudrup. Occurs through dependence. Occurs through reliance. Du and then the same word. Pratitya. Rely. Relying on something else. Okay. So exists as a substantial. Tutumbe, they teach that. Lala. Some of those books teach that. And Talopan, Mishe, this idea of Zedru.
He didn't explain.
In the cert?
Shepa. We just had Shepa, but it was a long time ago.
cert or-
Yeah, does not take the position. He does not accept the position that that stuff, they,
Is this
could be substantial stuff. Negatives can't be substantial. Absences can't be substantial. So don't tell me he
believes it?
agrees with all the ideas expressed in the 7 books. Don't tell. There's just one example. He doesn't accept that. Who would accept that? Okay? All right. And that's the end of argument. We're like, go away. You want more examples? You know, go ask a waiter at the coffee shop. Don't bother me. This is such a stupid idea. You know, I'm not even going to talk about it anymore. Let's go to another one. Ready? Here we go. Go.
가칙 높은 기
Key. Instrumentals make them longer. Key.
대tum두바보
Good.
남자총
Dachomba.
자총바 마잉바
Shebatao.
샤바타
What?
도대 페대
Ta.
다두
Dube.
두베체나 레시 마켜
Yeah. Okay. Kachik. Somebody says, Lopen, Master Vasubandhu, Dedun. Now give me the English for Dupapo.
Tupapo.
By the way, Papo means ER in English.
Makers of
Plumber, teacher.
Collector?
So it's
Oh, I'll kiss you, but you're too far away. You look hot today, by the way.
Okay,
You see your bell?
the collectors, the guys who assembled the Abhidharma literature. Okay, remember these guys are assembling 500 years later. You know, or there were 3 great meetings to people to say what they heard the Buddha say, and therefore they say evam maya shrutam. This is what I heard. So those are the guys who said, this is what I heard one time. Okay, these are the Dupapos talking. The guys who went to the meeting to collect together, these are called collectors. Okay, Dupaponam, Dacham Mayan.
That they weren't.
They were not arhats. Who says that?
The Sutra.
It must be, no, the other guy's accusing us. It must be that Vasubandhu doesn't believe that the collectors were arhats.
Teacher.
Okay? Why? Because the sutras believe that. Okay? That's why they're called
Sutras.
sutras. Okay? All right? It must be that Vasubandhu didn't agree that the collectors were arhats. Why? Because the next school up believes that, and he's not Abhidharma. Then we say, kind of makyap. Reshik, kind of makyap. Kind of not really. Okay, kind of not. Reshik means provisionally. Provisionally. For right now, let's say not necessarily. Just because the Sutra school doesn't believe those guys were arhats, doesn't mean that Vasubandhu didn't believe they're arhats provisionally. I mean, we can look into it further. But for right now, Reshik means for right now, let's say not necessarily. It's true the sutras believe that, but it doesn't mean necessarily that Vasubandhu believed it. Okay? But kind of could. Okay? What's his Ranglu? What was he really?
Well, his brother's kind of credited as mind only, and he's the one who beat him in the debate.
He was Madhumika.
Well, that gets in the question of the 5 books of Asanga, of Maitreya. What are those? That's another question. In the end, they're all prasangika. Okay, anyway, that's a debate. All right.
Easy answer there.
Tak der ta. By the way, why can we not agree? Why can we not disagree that the sutras don't accept that those guys were arhats? Okay? If I tell you the sutra school doesn't believe those Abhidharma collectors were arhats, are you going to say yes or no? Do they believe that or not?
They believe they were not.
Then we say, yeah, we believe, they believe they were not. We're defending his statement about the sutras. Yeah, you're right. We can't say Dhammadrup to your reason.
Right.
We can't disagree with the reason. It is true that the sutra schools, guys, didn't believe those collectors were arhats. Why? They nampakpa min. Duh.
They weren't Aryas?
Yeah, they don't even agree they were Aryas. Okay? Duh. They say their position is those dudes weren't even Aryas.
Why is he defending the?
How could they be arhats?
Why is he defending the talk if we?
Yeah,
The kyap.
well, he's explaining why I said Kepa Machung and not Dhammadrup.
Okay.
I couldn't have said Dhammadrup. Why?
Right, okay.
Well, because the sutras, they do believe they weren't arhats. Why? 'Cause they didn't even believe they were Aryas. By the way, you're talking Shariputra. You're talking Malgalyayana. Okay?
Weren't they Aryas?
They always call them the Aryas, right? Pakpa Sharipu.
But we're
Heart
talking about-
Sutra.
Buddha and the diamond cutter.
Aren't we
he
talking about?
listed,
I thought we were talking about guys 500 years later, not
Yeah. Sutra school.
right. But
No, now we're talking about Sutra school.
so they're
Not the collectors of the Abhidharma.
oh.
Yeah, we could not have said Dhammadrup. Why? Because they do believe they weren't Arhats. Why? Because they didn't even believe they were Aryas. They don't even believe Shariputra's an Arya. Okay?
Shariputra's a cult.
And it's confusing, you know? Why should an Arya write one of the 7 books on Abhidharma? All Aryas are Prasangika. Okay, got it? That's how?
Aryas aren't Prasangika according to sutras.
Yeah, I know. That's how?
They're sutras.
Sure they did.
Like-
Sure, that tell means, no, yeah, it is true they didn't believe they were Aryas. Why? Tuten Chidorle. This is a book by K.W. J. I found it, even though it was weird. Okay, here's the full name. I thought you'd have fun, make a bibliography entry out of this by tomorrow, by your next class. Here's the Tohoku number. Okay, this is all you need. You have it in your book. I sent it to you. It's what I emailed to you. You have this. I want you to make a bibliography entry. I'm tired of cleaning up your bibliographies. I'm on strike. You know, they're messy. Like, just follow a good one, and there's some period, comma, period. Duh.
We can help you.
It drives me crazy. I'm on strike. No more fixing your bibliographies.
We'll start a team.
Yeah, just check each other's bibliographies. Let's start now. You know, write a bibliography entry for this. Okay, so Tupten Chido, what's Tupe Temba? Tupe Temba.
Lord of the truth. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. This translator class is going to take 200 years.
Muni, right?
Yeah, of the able ones,
Teaching.
of the Buddhists. Yeah, teachings of the Buddhists. Tupe Temba. So the Tibetan monk's name, Tupten, is Tupe Temba, the teachings of the Buddha. It's a nice name, Tupten. Okay, Tupten. Chidor means to sweep a room. Okay, Chidor. Chidor means like vacuum a room. Chidor. Okay. It means somebody made a mess and I cleaned it up. Vacuuming the Buddhist teachings. Okay, I mean, I'm not saying for real, I'm just saying Chidor means sweep up the dirt from the floor. Okay, he's cleaning. Usually they say the illumination or the clarification. He says, I'm just cleaning up messes. People made a mess of the teachings. I'm cleaning it up. By the way, we're fundraising for translating K.W.J's Interlude on Emptiness. Who will get to do it? I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, it's an amazing book. So the Chidor says, that book says, they cheer, do they pay kyang, number they dung la so but some nam papa member mawo. They also, these guys, these sutras, also say that the writers, Tsombapo instead of Dupapos, right? That the composers of the 7 books of Abhidharma, which includes Shariputra and Malgalyana, the 2 great disciples, were not Aryas.
Okay.
So if you don't believe me when I say the sutras believe these 2 guys weren't Aryas, K.W.J. said that. Lung Rik. What?
Scripture.
Yeah, he gives scriptural proof. Okay, either K.W.J.'s wrong or you're right. I'm sorry. Or you are. Which one you are? Okay. Okay, got it? Even K.W.J. said that the sutras believed they were not Aryas. Okay. Okay. I went and got it for you. Okay. Did I? Where does it say? Here you go, right here. Do de pe kyang, even the sutras say, number de dun la sopa chepa po nam papa mayimba mawaya. I went and got it for you. Why did I put so much?
Page number.
Good. I have to go to a front or back to a page number
No, because you had me.
so that he can write his footnote. So he can write his footnote.
Thank you, Geshe.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, now you can write, now you know where's the page number. So it's not that all this stuff is relevant to this argument. It's not. I had to go back until I hit a page number. Now you can write a footnote. Okay? You don't have to understand it, just write a footnote.
Right? We all know that.
Boy, sure.
Okay. Now, Stanley's at a mighty juncture in the text. You are just crossing over into a new country. Go.
The beginning of the text.
Sun dun ne
Mula.
la luki sone
Gone.
gone do tempatan
Door.
do
Dembadam.
tempatan yen laki gone kepa shepani.
Mm-hmm.
Nice,
We
Stanley.
just reached the commentary.
Yeah.
His introductory remarks are finished. Okay. Now we get to the Abhidharma Kosha.
Wow.
Okay. Yay! Let's give it a hand. Shundun, let the actual content of the book. Shung, book, dun, content, ngu, actual. Okay. Second part, we've reached the actual content of the book. Now, if you're really going to be a good translator, make a mark here where you are. Put your $3 signs because Tibetans didn't use $3 signs. And go back and find out.
What the first part was?
Good.
For one?
Yeah. You cannot responsibly just write part 2. Remind the reader where we are. It's been a year. Help them out.
Yeah, but who's
Help out your reader, okay? Go back, make sure you know what was part 1, and mention it maybe in the translation.
Right.
Having discussed part 1, which is blah blah, now we go to part 2, okay? If you're a great translator, help your reader. Don't say part 2.
Again, would you tend to put that in italics, the part
No.
that you're adding? Just put it.
I would just, because it's understood in the Tibetan.
Right.
Because they had a better memories than we do.
Yeah.
So I mark where I am because I'm going to go to the front of the text and I'm going to search for part 2, which is Shungdun. Uh-oh, he doesn't mention it before that. How about Shungidun? How about Shung? Uh-oh. Yeah, he doesn't tell us what part 1 is. How about Ni?
Oh, I was afraid you were going to do that.
I didn't get it.
Shouldn't be too many knees. Two is not
Well, that's assuming there was only 2.
right. I mean, how many subdivisions were there of the first part into twos?
Can't you search for Dumbo?
Well, there's going to be as many dumbos as there were knees.
Let's look up Din.
It's verse 11 on page 10.
3 minutes, Gashala.
Oh.
3 minutos.
But my explanation has 3 parts. The meaning of the front matter, the main body of the book.
What page?
There's only one.
Page 10.
Got
Page 10 meaning
Verse 10.
verse
Verse
10?
10? Or stanza 10?
Since they're not done.
Oh,
Square bracket 1, 0, square bracket.
it's not here. They don't have square brackets. Oh.
I just got this from
Oh, I'm working off the wrong text. I'm sorry. I'm working off the wrong text. Yeah, okay, let's skip that. Let's just translate.
So meaning,
I'm working. He cut out when he did his. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm working on the wrong text this morning. The wrong version. Okay.
Right.
All right. No, this is not even it.
Is that the address?
There we go. Okay. So how many we got?
We have 2 minutes.
Okay, let's finish this too. Luki gone dortemba. Dortemba means I will give a summary, a brief presentation of the body of the text. So lu can mean body of the text. Okay. Lu, which means body in English, can also mean body of a book. Okay. So Luki Gone means by using the body, by reference to the body, I'm going to give a brief presentation. And then I'm going to use branches. I'm going to go off into categories
Extensive explanation.
to give a more broad explanation, a more detailed explanation. So first I'm going to tell you the structure of the whole book, the body of the book, and then I'm going to give you details. Okay. And we'll stop there, but I just want to point out that we're about to hit Sakche Sapa Mechunam.
A stained and unstained phenomena.
Yeah.
Phenomena.
Lama tope dichinam Sakche Kancha Deda Alasanam Kundu Gebagud. That's the opening lines of the Abhidharma. Okay. I'm going to explain what's pure and what's impure. What's the first husband and what's the second husband. Okay? That's the whole subject of the Abhidharma Kosha. Pure and impure things. Okay? So we're about to get there. He kind of skipped the...
Obeisance?
Well, he never gave us the thing of... Well, he did. You'll keep wandering in samsara if you don't figure out how to make this division. And now he's reached the division. Here's what's pure, here's what's impure. Okay, here we go. Buki Jushing Meito Drum Rira Lingshin Yende Gembadi Sanye Shingdu Mingte Uwargi Gokun Namdak Shingla Chuparsho Iyam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamniyatayami Di Kewokun Sanam Yeshe Sotsok Shing Sanam Yeshe Lechung Wei Tampa Kunyi Topar Sho. I just want to say one more thing. You know, we were talking about that Sanghabhadra used a different final word, but that's in Tibetan.
Uh-huh.
And he was teaching, he was writing in Sanskrit. So it could be just a difference in translation.
Right.
By the Tibetan translator of the Tengyur. Yeah, the dra could have been low.
Right.
Okay? So we need the Sanskrit original of both to
We looked it up last term and we came up with something.
we started to look it up. And then I
You better rush off.
I better...
Yeah.
found a 1946 text.